Hey, it's Mark Washington from MTC Media with three takeaways from George Mason's victory over AU. The final score was 73 to 56. Victor Bailey Jr. led the Patriots in scoring with 23 points. Devon Cooper had 18, and Joshua Durrell had 13 points. So the first thing was power of three. AU came out shooting the three early and often. Part of it, I think, was George Mason's scout report, and that's not to be critical, but you don't know what you're going to get in the first game. And it's almost like they were inviting AU to take it, and AU got off hot in that first half from three, and things changed in the second half. Like the effort was better. They played that 3-point line slightly different, and some of it was the Eagles stopped making shots, and maybe you had guys out there making shots that had not made shots in the past, but definitely George Mason made a adjustment at halftime in how they uh, covered the three, and it kind of changed things a lot. I think it ended up making AU not as efficient on offense, gave George Mason a lot more running opportunities. Second thing is the second half start. Mason erased a 7-point deficit in about, and it builds upon what I had just said. The idea that defensively they were so much better at the beginning of the half, and then their offense just kind of catch up. When you're getting things in transition, you're attacking, rotating defenses, you're attacking retreats. Those guys are coming off missing shots, and so you're feeling different defensively. All of those things played a part in George Mason's fast start in the second half, and it's why defense really does key a lot in today's basketball. What you do on offense, it's not an accident that George Mason's defense ticked up. That meant George Mason's offense ticked up. And last but not least, Devin Cooper made like his first four shots of the second half. He was hot from three. He was hot from downtown. They found him. Now I asked about it. Was his teammates seeking him in the second half? They just said the ball found him. Then Kim English said later, we don't do that. We let it happen organically, so on and so forth. Yes and no. I do think they do let it happen organically, but I also think his teammates were cognizant of if that guy has some space, get him the ball. So it's both. Whether Coach English wanted to say that or not, it's a little bit of both. Yes, it does have to happen organically because you can't force it, and that's 1,000% true. But when someone's hot, trust me, the ball handler's eyes seeks that person. Now, if that person's covered or somewhere that's not a straight or is somehow diverted for the offense, yeah, maybe you don't give them the ball because you don't want to enforce it. It's not a heat check situation. There's a big difference between feeding someone hot and it becoming a heat check thing. And Timmy was right. I didn't get a feeling that it was a heat check thing. Oh my gosh, he's made two in a row. We got forcing the ball, blah, blah, blah. It's not pick up basketball. But yeah, your eyes, when someone is getting hot, tends to gravitate towards that guy. And if that guy is in the right position and he has space, yes, maybe the ball goes there as opposed to maybe if they're not hot, maybe you kind of your eyes don't gravitate over there. Maybe it gravitates to, well, I brought the ball up the right-hand side of the floor. I'm looking to make the pass we made in practice a million times from this spot as opposed to like giving that little check. So again, in both parts, however you want to see it, Cooper, they found Cooper when they needed to find him in the second half. Again, those are my takeaways from George Mason's 73-56 win over American. This is Marcus Washington from MTC.